country influences on that at all.
Yeah, but there is parts that do kind of sound country.
No.
Thank you,
it's
Hunter.
Just bad.
Yeah. It's just
Now, I
bad.
would rather listen to those parts than country, but even then, it's like, maybe.
Just admit it, Bryce. It's
No.
not great.
No. I'm not saying it's their best album.
Oh,
I never once said that.
It's not. Yeah.
No, but you're saying that the Architects album's worse than that.
Oh, no.
I never listened to
no.
Architects.
Well,
Oh, that's a
So
hot
I don't
take.
have an
That's-
opinion on that.
Yeah.
Well, that opinion is
Listen
wrong.
to it.
I mean,
Oh
I
my
never
gosh.
said how it compares to Architects. I can't do that if I never listened to it.
Have you listened to old Architects?
The more you listen to Architects, the better it gets. At first,
Yeah,
it's like,
and
okay,
I
cool.
don't care
But the
about
more you listen
Architects.
to it, it's like, oh, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah,
You're
Architects
missing
just
out.
has to grow on you. It just always does.
No. I've been
I
to their
love
albums
that new
time and
album
time
so
again, and I
much.
don't care.
New album's really good.
Yeah.
Like really, really good.
It's so good. The orchestral aspect, it's just everything all. The
Did you
mix.
happen to play the vinyl yet?
Yeah, it sounds so good.
I need to play mine.
It sounds so good. Like I sold my other one, the black and gray one I didn't like, but I'm gonna hold on to a copy because it sounds amazing. And did you know at the very end of that album they did a locked groove just like the Beatles did because they really love the Beatles, and so they did a locked groove on the very last like spin of the album so that way them, which is really cool. Listen to the vinyl at the very, very end of the album. It keeps repeating itself on purpose.
Yeah. But then don't try to lift up your needle and try to play the dead wax on that one. Doesn't work.
No?
It just skids right across.
I can't say I've ever purposely done that.
Well, I was just trying to see if there was anything in those grooves behind it, and there's nothing there. And you can't
Like a
play
secret song.
Yeah.
Secret bleh.
I was hoping for one, but
Yeah, there's just one black at the very end.
that's what they should have did.
Oh, that would be so funny.
That should have
There's
been the
one
locked groove.
black at the very, very end.
Just the locked groove
Oh
as
my
going
gosh.
around every 5 seconds.
Just a black repeating. Sorry. Right, guys, you wanted that black. Here it is.
Or it could have just been the hidden track.
That got me good.
Yeah.
It's actually
That's
not
funny.
even bad though. Like, to
It's
be
not.
honest.
It's not even bad, but it took me a second, and I said, "Oh no."
Ooh, what's the hidden track?
Don't worry. Oh, you want to link it to him or?
Yeah, we'll do that later on.
Do I want to?
It's great.
Okay.
It's a jam.
Don't worry about it.
No, he needs to hear it.
I'm curious now.
Just YouTube
Is
Architects
it a real hidden track or just like a
Yeah.
troll hidden track?
No, it's a hidden track.
Why don't I believe you?
No,
Because no one believes
it's
me
real.
ever.
It's true. Hunter lies so often. So did anyone listen to Brand of Sacrifice?
Yes.
Hell yeah!
I've never listened to them a day in my life. I need to start though.
This
You're
new album we
missing
need to
out.
start. It's miles better than A Day to Remember.
Is it like
Yeah.
deathcore or what?
Yes.
like-
Yeah.
It's
But-
It, like,
It's kind of
yeah.
more too.
I mean, it's,
Cool.
it's like
I'll need to check it
Deathcore
out.
Plus.
Yeah.
Deathcore
like,
Plus.
Like, okay, take
it's
Shadow
different.
of Intent.
Yeah.
I like
but then
Shadow of
add,
Intent.
like, something to it.
Okay, I'll
Like, I
listen
don't
to
want to
it.
say they're better, but they're
better.
maybe.
I'll check it out.
They're
I'll-
great
I don't
for
know.
sure.
Can't wait to get that Candy Crush.
They're gonna be
They're on my
waiting.
list of bands to check out, and they're like at the very top, I think.
Yeah, just listen to that new album. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's catchy. They have catchy choruses. And that was my issue with God Hand, and that was my issue with the Intersice, or Interest, or whatever.
Yeah, just
I don't know how to
stop.
pronounce it.
Just that album.
They don't have, like, any real choruses. They're short songs that kind of just go. They're great. But this has choruses, and they're so well done. It made me happy. It made me happy that I bought all 13 variants.
Gonna come out with more too.
Oh yeah,
I know.
it's still gonna be a really nice spread when that comes. Hopefully.
No, it's just like their one vinyl for their one EP, the test and the variant for God Hand, and then 13 for Lifeblood.
Well, they know it'll sell, and it's been selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bands and labels are learning that the vinyl revolution is here, and they need to release as many variants as possible to make the most money. Like Dance Gavin Dance, Exhibit A.
No,
Oh,
Dance
gee, they
Game
just
Dance was
dropped those
ruining it, but
That's all Rise's fault, though.
yeah.
Rise knows they got a cash cow, and they're going to milk it dry.
Oh yeah, yep.
But what's funny is like
Instead
Unique
of
Leader only does one
repressing
for you.
things we need.
Yep. Woe is me, like moss.
Oh,
I got the woe is me, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but
Spirit Box, damn you, John.
I mean, I don't know if that's going to go over to Rise or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they're supposed to repress it.
It's up in the air still. It's low on the list.
Well, it needs to be higher.
What's higher is the singles collection.
That needs to be lower.
No.
that hurts.
Well, I shouldn't have slept so hard.
Eh.
They had leftover copies.
It's okay.
Of
I'll
what?
just spend 300 on a.
Of Spirit Box, when?
When it came out.
Well, nobody liked them when they came out. That's why they had them left over. And it was Holy Roller. And everyone's like, oh my God.
I've known this band my whole life.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, you're not wrong.
I never heard of them until Holy Roller. So if I would have known about them back then, of course I would have gotten one. I just didn't know.
Same.
So it was good to be a I Wrestled Bear Once fan.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
the thing is,
No,
I
it's
knew
never
I,
good
knew
to be
I
that
wrestled,
fan.
but I never knew Spirit Box.
Well, see, I liked them with Krista, and then when she left, I kind of stopped listening to them, and then I guess I missed out.
Yes.
When Courtney is the best I Wrestled Up Bear One's vocalist, in my opinion.
They both were good.
They're both good, but I like Courtney a lot better as a vocalist overall.
I got to send you some of Krista's other stuff that she did last year before that.
We need a like a Bless and Breeze on badass women vocalists. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be a hell of
You
an
throw in
episode.
Ginger, throw in.
I don't care for Ginger.
I don't care
Really?
for Ginger either.
Dude, I
They're
heard
just okay.
they're fun. I listened to one song and it's literally the same line over and over and over.
I saw them last year. They did a good show.
It's like they put on a great show. They sound good, but like I am so bored listening to them, and I don't know why.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's not for everybody.
But yeah, maybe
Yeah, we could do that.
think about that one.
Let that one sit on the back burner.
There's a band called Sumo Psycho that opened up. They're fantastic.
Okay.
Never heard of it, but
I'll take your word on it.
Well, they have a woman vocalist. They're from Canada, and they're kind of like, they're so out there with everything they do, but they're releasing their first full length this year. They just signed to not Nuclear Blast. I don't remember, but they're just releasing their first full length. They have a woman vocalist, and they're really, really cool. I'll have to show you guys them sometime.
By the way, Bryce, he got back to me. 200.
Falls Within.
Yeah. Not bad.
You
Dude, I
want to
was
go for it?
expecting. Yeah, let me send
big
him
boy move right
600 for the first two Infinite Annihilator vinyl, and then that.
You need to knock it off, boy.
He has the out of 50 plop,
Stop.
or to plop, or however you want to say it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, he just messaged me, and I'm like,
I mean, that's a good price for it at this point, honestly.
I know, but
Because one that was scratched sold for like $190.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, and his stuff is normally in pretty good shape. So
yeah, I know.
I mean,
bought
I
from
don't.
him. I forget.
I kind of haggled with him on a few of the things I bought from him last week, or this week, but
I don't know. 200 just that's my upper echelon that I kind of just.
Yeah, but like you'd be knocking it out of your want list forever.
I would be, but then I'm gonna be pissed when the repress comes out.
It is a fantastic album, and we all know that, and you need that to listen to because it is so good.
Also, the purple one is so much better than the white one.
I don't know. I haven't heard the purple one.
The white, there's too much white on the album cover. The purple really brings out the other.
That's
half of the
what's
cover.
awesome about it, though, is it matches the cover, so it's like it
But
all.
so does the purple.
Yeah, but the white is more than the purple.
Exactly. So that's why you need to bring the accent color out and not the main color of the album.
Okay, I can get behind that. I'm just happy to have a coffee. I don't care if it was brown.
I mean, honestly, like, even if it was black, you're winning with that album.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's like the zombie EP drop. Like none of the variants were really that amazing that matched the cover, but goddamn, I'm just happy to have a copy of it.
You just wait till they all come out and they actually look like the Architect stuff that's coming out where they just
Oh,
look
yeah.
insane.
I have like 12 different copies of that zombie ordered for my friends and stuff. It's absurd. I spent a couple hundred plus on that drop, and I'm not proud of it.
I think I have 6 for myself. Right
I have most of them are the EU exclusive ones, and then I bought a couple of the American ones. But yeah, that's a lot of money I have kind of just in records right now tied up.
I bought
Join the
2, but
club.
I'm getting 3.
How's that?
The one from you.
Oh yeah, the one that Kyle's buying. Yeah, the
Yeah.
the red one.
Yeah. He's
Out of
gonna-
100.
Yeah, so I have both the out of
God.
100s.
I have zombie EP. I have
We don't need to go over the want list again.
Yeah.
no. It's not a
Wait
want
list.
list. It's what
Wait list.
it's.
I mean, I'm
3
sitting
lime
here
green,
waiting.
3 red smoke, 1 dark green, 2 splatter, and then 2 dead thrones. I'm
Sir.
not proud of what I did that day, but
I mean, what's the most I have? I think the most variants I have coming in for one album right now is Lifeblood at 13.
Yeah, mine's actually zombie at 3.
yeah.
Mine's
And then
also
call it up
zombie
by-
at 6.
And then
What'd you
You're
just say,
Welcome
Connor?
is at 11.
Mine's zombie at 6.
God, you're a whore.
Thanks.
I have 9 zombies, so I'm more of a whore.
Hey, at least I didn't grab the limes.
But
I got 3
but
lines.
Zach, you're dispersing them once you get them, basically.
Yeah, actually, most of them are already accounted for. So
I'm not. For a while.
Until 3 months comes out.
Nah.
oh my gosh, that's gonna be flip central once that happens.
Have you seen the yellow card flips over on eBay?
Oh yeah.
They're going for $150, $160, $200.
Boys Night Out was the same way when the Boys Night Out was released. That was like instant a couple $100.
It's
absurd.
insane.
Here's the thing, though. The label is saying, oh no, we're canceling orders of people that are flipping. But here's the thing. Yes, you can see where the seller is from, and yes, you can see, like, obviously the address of the shipping. The issue is, what if multiple people from the city happen to buy that album?
You can check that.
Then you're fucked.
Also, if you buy it, don't pay, you can get the buyer's name as well, or on eBay. So, smart tactics. I don't think they're going to do that, but
No,
Yeah.
they're not doing it with yellow card.
No, they said they were. They said
Oh,
on
we just-
Instagram.
I
they're
got another
canceling it.
email. They're not doing it.
Oh,
They can't. They don't have the information.
That's the thing. It's like, oh, hey, this person, like, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania bought one. But wait, 5 people did, but only 1 copy was flipped from a seller in Pittsburgh. We're going to cancel all 5.
yeah, that's BS.
You can't do that.
They can't do
Yeah.
that. That's terrible business.
Like, I appreciate what they're trying to do, but, like, no. You're going to make more enemies for your label than, like, anything on that.
Mhm.
The only way to rectify the situation is to just do another variant
Or
and
do the
press
same
enough
variant.
copy.
That's what Zombies doing. Is they're just saying, screw it. We're just going to keep doing
Yeah,
new
'cause
variants.
they did
until
their
the demand
license
dies down.
right.
Yeah.
That's the
They
way to
did their
do it,
licenses
honestly.
right for Dead Throne and Zombie. I don't know if they got any
Mhm.
more.
I don't think
Keep
so. I
pressing
think,
it until the demand is down. But I think the demand will always be up for those.
what label is
Yeah.
If they
matter.
keep
It
them
doesn't
at
matter.
100, of course they are.
Like it doesn't matter how many you
Mhm.
press, people are going to buy them.
The
Especially
quantities
Dylan.
are just so limited for each variant. I don't think
Yeah.
it matters how many because there's a VC or
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Lifeblood. There's not a single variant above 300. Or yeah, I think the highest one is 300, right?
mhm.
I don't remember.
Most are 150 too as well.
What was
I
the
think there's
Kingdom
like
Rush?
125s, 150s. I think there's 2 100s maybe or something like that. And then one of the European ones are 300. There's a 250, I think. Maybe. I don't know. There's so many I lost track of what's what.
Let's talk about how all these drops keep crashing all these sites.
Yeah, why does nobody ever prepare for them? Like Yellow Card and Zombie.
I
Like,
don't-
what, you didn't expect this?
I
think
talked to
you
Dead
can-
Serious and I told them there was a shitstorm coming.
I think you can prepare, but eventually it is going to come down to you can only prepare so much before it just happens.
Yeah.
Like, look at
Yeah.
Merch now. We all know their servers can handle a giant traffic.
They
And
couldn't when Fall of Troy came out.
Right. But, like, even if you're anticipating, okay, this is going to have a higher number than, normal, I still don't think you could have prepared for that.
No. They still
Like,
sent
there's
the
only
wrong
so much you
variant.
can do. Yeah, well,
Actually,
that's
that
what you get
variant,
for liking Fall of Troy.
that's a really good album, though.
Still
Yeah.
kicking myself. I didn't get it. I don't know why, but I'm kicking myself because I really want a copy now that's not flipped.
They had the 72-hour open pre-order, which was good. I didn't
Yeah.
get one.
No, I just didn't even think about it. I'm just like,
Someone was
I want a
complaining
copy of
about that, and I think it was Mac, and they were like, I missed out on the album, and I didn't know, and everyone's like, dude, we've been posting about it for months, and there was like a 3-day open
Yeah.
pre-order that was, hey, we're going to press what's ordered.
It's the same thing with Under Oath. People are still bitching they didn't get a copy. That was
Right.
open
Yeah.
for 3 months.
I knew about it. I just didn't
There's
get
a
it for
whole
some
thing
reason.
of,
That's my
like-
own fault.
There's whole, like, I didn't have money, I couldn't get it, fine. But if you didn't know about it,
Yeah.
then that's your problem at that point, because, like, it was posted everywhere. You had to be under a rock to miss it,
Yeah.
but no, flip one of your 3 copies.
Me?
Ooh, one spot left. Let's go. If anybody wants one spot in this shark bite,
I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna win everything.
dude, I would honestly be really upset if that happened.
Well, you got 300, and I got it for 5. I don't see the issue there.
Because the people that paid me like $50 for this thing, like
And then Bryce is going to
for a
get
chance.
And Bryce is going to put it up for $300.
No, I'll put it up for 2.
That's the way to do it, dude. That's like 1,000,000% profit. Holy crap! One spot left.
I need to find
Your last chance. I'm saying, if you want a chance for a chance at this album,
No.
this is your chance.
saving up for nerd stuff.
I got to save up for other records that are going to eventually pop up.
$5 will get you a chance at this album.
A chance of a
A
chance.
chance of a chance of a chance of a chance.
That's all
that
it is.
USPS won't screw you over with it.
Yeah, and you can't even insure it because Magic Wheel, it's a bunch of different payments, and they want to verify the payment when you insure it, and so you can't insure everything. So you just have to kind of hope for the best.
That's rough.
Because like, okay, let's see the receipt of the person that paid for this. Well, they spent $6 on it, so it's very tricky.
Pack
But
it well.
the Magic Fund that covers that kind of stuff too. So if it were to show up damaged, the person will get reimbursed for it.
So question.
So answer.
The like I always see it in like their posts, but I never know what it means, and I don't care to ask. What does like the 50% buyer payback thing? Like, what is that?
Like a buyback option.
Yeah, or whatever it's called.
So like if you win and you don't want the album or whatever is on there, then you can request like a percentage of what it's worth. And so instead of this album, then I can get 60% of the total money spent, and the person will keep whatever they were selling.
Okay.
So if I wanted to get in on this thing I didn't care about, but there's like a 60% buyback option, I can get in. And if I win, if I don't really want the album, I can get the 60% buyback and get you're still making money.
So you're raffling money for money at that point.
It's
Yep.
just like it's
Yeah.
just a
You better-
gamble. It's literally just a
Alright.
gamble.
Too many people
Yeah.
know that.
You basically
Alright.
split the profits. So like
Yeah,
if you did
exactly.
50% buyback on Zach's A Day to Remember and you chose that option, then you would get 200 or 150.
150, yeah, and then
Would get
and I would keep the
150.
shark bite.
And
And
still
you
have
would
an
get
extra 150.
150. Yeah,
See, you would keep the shark
Yeah,
bite one, then you could
exactly.
raffle it again.
exactly.
Yep. And that's what a person did with the
That's messed
PS5 and the
up,
Magic
man.
Wheel is they did a
Yep.
buyback 3 different times, and the person chose the buyback 3 different times. And this guy kept the PS5 for 3 different raffles because he kept choosing the buyback. He probably got like well over $1,000, and he kept the PS5. Like Jesus,
Yeah,
it was
At
like
that point-
You
Jacob
guys might
Jambret
want
or
to keep
something.
that a big secret
Yeah.
because I believe that's called gambling.
Yes, that's yeah. Yep.
No,
And
no,
if
no,
I
no.
know, that's illegal on a certain social medias.
If Zuck learned about this page, it would be so down so
Well, see, now
fast.
you ruined it.
And then now you just let him know. You got to say his name.
Yeah, come
Is
on.
Zuck listening to us right now? Do you think? He's
Of
listening?
course he is.
Yes! Dude, my personal FBI agent is listening. Hi, Steve. But, like, come on. Now they all know.
One spot. Come on, baby.
John Pullen is going live.
Well, that doesn't help me.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, he's mad at me for not liking Beartooth.
You don't like Beartooth?
It's just not my
Who
thing.
likes Beartooth?
Oh wow.
I had never heard of Beartooth until I bought their albums because it was like a hype drop. Like, oh, I'm going to buy these albums because everybody else is. And then I'm like, oh, this band is fucking awesome.
Yeah, hype drops are screwing me, but
Trash
Yeah.
album. Okay?
Yeah,
Absolute trash.
it's not
Hey,
very good.
You shut your mouth over there.
Sick is my favorite. Disgusting is really good, but
Sick is half of
Yeah.
disgusting. Or no, disgusting is half of. Wait.
Sick is
No,
half.
no,
of
Sick is
disgusting.
the EP. But they have one song that's also on Disgusting. The other 3 aren't.
No,
on,
there's
on
2.
the album at all. It's just I Have a Problem, right?
Yeah.
No,
thought-
there's 4 songs on Sick.
Well, yeah, but one of them is on Disgusting.
No,
I Have a Problem.
2 are.
Poison's not on Disgusting. Fire's not on Disgusting, and what's the other one?
I thought it was
Your
just the
Voice,
first song.
Voice.
Yeah.
So those 3 are not on Disgusting. It's just
It's
I Have a
it's just the
Problem.
one.
I just realized that I have a whole different track listing for Sick on my phone. Awesome.
But I'm just like, yeah, that was one of those things where the hype was there. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it and whatever, we'll figure it out.
I
end
should
up
have
really
just
good.
bought into the hype and just sold them all.
Dude,
Oh, if you
that's
bought
right.
a Sick, you could have easily flipped it for
Yeah,
$100 easily.
Well, okay, no, I traded it for. Okay, so the guy gave me all 3 copies of Common Courtesy that I needed for the Sick EP, the Beer Spider of Let the Ocean Take Me, When Love Meant Destruction, and the Coke bottle of Ares Drift.
Oh, you fucked that guy. Good job.
Well, here's the thing. He's been asking me for Let the Ocean Take Me for months because that's the last one he needs for the Amity Affliction variant
He's
collection.
probably desperate, which that's good.
Like, he has all of the Chasing Ghosts ones, and it was at this point I'm like, okay, you want it more than me. All right. I'm like, I finish a VC, you finish one. We're all happy.
I hope
Well,
Ash does that album next.
So I made an offer on eBay just now, or I made an offer yesterday on eBay on We Came as Romans. It's understanding what we've grown to be. I offered $60 and the guy accepted it. Wow.
Was it the one that
That-
was up for like 300 or something?
It was 150 and I offered 60
Yeah.
just out of the blue.
Dude, if
He
I
freaking
would have known
accepted
that, I would have
Dude,
done it.
I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
60
Yeah,
bucks.
it's great. I think
Okay.
there was
I know a place I
signed
can get that for
copy.
30.
Oh, you want
Oh,
to
let's go. It's
Please?
closed.
Thank you.
All right, I got to do some homework here. I got to
Just
do
get
some
it
stuff.
for me real quick because I need it.
Vicar?
$30.
No, it's 60.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I can get it.
him.
You can get it for 30?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a guy I know who's been selling me records for
cheap?
cheap.
So
Okay, but
get
I
me
want a
in.
variant collection of him with Roman.
So, are you
It's the only
saying-
album I don't have.
Are you saying that you can get 2 copies for both Hunter and I, or just one?
No, I can just get
Because
one. Just
Yeah,
for
for
me.
me. For no.
I'll give you a copy of
I'll
Common
decline this offer if you can get it for 30.
I mean, I can get it for 30.
Oh,
It's
you
the same.
dick.
It's the same guy I bought the Fallout for 30, And all my texts in the
Jeez.
Texas in July.
Oh, dude, I forgot.
That guy.
Remember how I bought the marbled, the Fallout, but it's supposed to be the, I think it's not the solid orange, but it's like the orange with like the yellow kind of like splatter kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have.
No, you have the Starburst.
Oh, okay. Then I don't.
So, it was under the marble one. I'm like, okay, 55 or like 50 or $60, I'll get it. It came in, it's the Starburst. So it's like, cool, I got the Starburst for like, 55 shipped.
Yeah.
But it's like, I still wanted the other one for my variant collection, so
I mean, you still need to get it, but I mean, that's a
I
good
needed
price on
both.
it.
Yeah, I needed both, so I'm not upset. I didn't even
Okay.
tell the guy. I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
This big boy post just closed. I got to take care of this. This is going to be a lot of like PayPal emails.
That's the fun of it. 30 incoming
Yeah.
payments.
You receive
All
money.
friends and family.
Yeah. No
No,
chargebacks.
Well, hopefully all friends and family. There's a couple idiots on the page still that didn't figure it
Yeah.
out.
I just instantly refund them.
Let's try this again.
Because some people try to like pay the fee but keep it
yeah, no.
transaction. I might not.
I now have like a million different payments to keep track of, and okay, this is going to take up some time.
Just put some check marks next to them. Works
We
well.
aren't recording yet, are we? Because
Yeah.
No, not at all.
okay,
We've been recording.
awesome.
I just turn it on whenever.
Yeah, he never gives me leeway.
No.
I hate it.
When I do give you leeway, you freeze up.
I really do, though.
But if I don't, we roll right into it.
Are we ever going to get to the topic, or are we just going to go for an hour?
I'd probably just go.
Well,
Because we've already kind of hit on the couple of surprises I wanted to talk about.
There's
well, what was the
I mean-
topic?
there's one I want to talk about.
Things that surprised you, whether it be vinyl, songs, bands, albums.
Okay.
And I still have a
You know
couple.
what surprised me? And I think it also surprised Hunter.
Oh,
So
no.
this is for both of us. A 4-year anniversary repress of Heartsick.
I'll take it though. It's a cool variant.
They are cool, but it's like, who does a 4-year anniversary?
I saw it and I sent to you. I was like, I can't believe they did that.
Dude, I hate it. Dude,
2-year, 6-month anniversary, just an excuse for a repress.
dude. You know what sucks is they have 20 of the first press still, and I'm sitting here like, you better not sell the one that I ordered with the Burn in the Flood variants. Like, I think they're pretty good with that. Like, I think they do take it off, but it's one of those things that's like, my luck, I'll get screwed by it. But, yeah. Anyway, that was mine. Hunter, you can go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was surprised when that came out. And it's not sold out of the first press either. Like,
It's been sold out like 3 times. They take it down, they do a tour, then they put them back up.
we found more stock in my closet. I don't know.
I mean, it's a great album, so I don't care.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, I got the first press of their EP for like $5 a couple days, like 2 weeks ago. And I'm just like, yeah, I sold all my CDs because I couldn't get that one.
I wonder who bought your CD.
I know who bought it. And I'm upset. Or not Redefined. I'm saying like the single CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole, like, it's out of 26 or it's out of 44 or whatever. I have no clue how they do the numbering. It's the weirdest thing.
Is there a promo, the new promo, limited at all?
I'm just gonna do this.
I know it's in the bundle, but like I don't know if it's limited.
I don't know what it's out of. I keep looking at that bundle and I'm just like, I need to get it if I'm doing every CD. But I'm like, I don't want to spend like $385 for a bundle for a vinyl that I'll already have. For a jacket, that's cool. I like the jacket. I like the prints. I like the box. And that's kind of it.
It's expensive, but it
Right.
would be worth it.
Guess it's worth it to get that CD though. Like, I don't know. Depends. Because I still need to find the jewel case for Heartsick and one of the single CDs for In Moment in Memory, whatever the book one was. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I had the book one.
Not anymore.
No, I sold it. I sold it because I couldn't find the 2 promos or the 2 single CDs from Heartsick. And here I messaged a guy on Discogs, or I found a friend of mine that's on Discogs. He had it, and he's like, I don't know, $15. I'm like, okay. And then I got another one for like $6 from Germany. So I hate my life. I sell the easy CDs because I can't find the hard ones. I find the hard ones for cheap, and now I can't find the easy ones.
The way
It's
it
the
works.
best.
Love to see it.
I gotta accept this offer for $60 before it goes away. I'm sorry. That's a really good deal.
Why haven't you accepted it yet?
Because we've been talking, we've been having a really nice conversation.
I
But...
should message the guy and just be like, hey, I'll give you 65.
Like 61.95.
Oh, I would have gotten swooped. That would have been frustrating. But with eBay, it's always like you never know how they're gonna ship.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, put
Most
it
of
in
the
your
time,
notes.
I'm fine on eBay.
Yeah,
question mark.
Yeah,
put
most
your
of,
notes.
I'm just
I usually always send John's video of shipping vinyl to people.
that's
do
the way
that
to do
too.
it.
And most of the time they do it, except for when they ship Chelsea Grin.
Oh no.
I got Day of the Dead. He went to UPS, and he's like, I've never shipped a vinyl before, but he's like, I think it should be fine. I'm like, okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, and I'm like, use a vinyl mailer. And he's like, I told them to. And I'm like, okay, you told them to. Cool. It came in a box this deep. Wait, it
Oh,
had an
jeez.
entire bed of like the air pillows, the
Uh-huh.
vinyl, air pillows on top, 2 pieces of cardboard holding it down, and then the box was taped on. Like, it wasn't moving, so I'm like, all right, it's fine. It came in like safe and sound.
Yeah.
This is the most pristine vinyl I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Like, not even a fingerprint on like the outer edge of the vinyl or even the center labels, but it's open.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, it came in safe and sound. We're
Just getting
good.
flashbacks. When I bought the record on Poshmark and it got shipped in a large flat rate box. Oh, I'm still getting. Yeah, and I got a refund of the whole thing, and I got to keep the album, which is cool. But the whole situation was
Really?
like, oh
They
my
didn't
gosh.
make you send it back?
No, apparently, like Poshmark has a thing where so first they offered me like half of what it cost, but for like store credit, and I'm like, I'm never going to shop on Poshmark again.
Well,
So
okay,
I don't really want this.
hold on. To be fair, Poshmark is like Discogs. It's individual
Sure.
selling. Like, you can't just write off like, oh, well, Poshmark sucks because, you know, one person.
Sure, it's not Poshmark's fault; it's this person's fault.
Yeah, but I mean, vinyl and
Yeah.
Poshmark never come up. Band
Right.
merch always comes
Right.
up. So, I mean, you
Then
could
I got a
probably find it.
full refund, and I got to keep the album, so I guess I can't complain. But it's just the whole situation was like, oh, you spent $18 on shipping for a large flat rate box when you could have. It was just weird.
Well, at least you got the 7-inch as a bonus.
That's the one that was damaged, though. The 12-inch was the good. Oh yeah, she's like, well, the listing didn't even include the 7-inch, so that was just a bonus. I'm like, well, great.
No.
I would have bitched if it didn't have the 7-inch with it. So, thank you.
The guy for Day of the Dead, he's like, can you send me an extra $5 for shipping? And I'm like, well, I did before. And he's like, well, yeah, shipping came out a bit more than I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, you're just getting me to send you more money and like scam me. And I was like, well, if you send it media mail, it's like, you know, $3 or $4. And he sends me the receipt as soon as I send that. And he went through UPS. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll send you the extra $5, sure. But then I'm sitting there thinking, it's like, I could sue you.
That's what that was all about. That when you came up with all that.
No, legally, Laura found out if you buy something and the seller comes back saying, hey, you have to send me more money for shipping, you can sue them for it because that's a breach of contract.
Hmm.
And it's not even like, oh, that's like a weird lawsuit that you could try to win. It's like, no, that's a viable lawsuit. And it's the weirdest thing, dude. The law is fun.
Only in America.
No,
We sued
it
somebody
falls
over
in
extra
international
shipping.
law. Dude, if you buy
Huh.
a record from Germany, you could do it.
Hmm.
Dude, it's weird. So fun. I mean, like, honestly, if someone comes back to me and it's legitimate, like I paid $20 for Day of the Dead, and he's like, "Hey, can you send the extra 5?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay," because like the record goes for like 40 or so currently on Discogs. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Also, just don't use UPS for shipping.
I haven't had an issue.
They're just the worst.
No, FedEx is the
UPS?
worst.
I've never.
I don't get anything through FedEx, but
No, FedEx is absolutely the worst.
I hate UPS.
So I have multiple stories with FedEx. My dad bought a replacement tire for some piece of equipment for work, right? Should be like, 8-10 pound tire. The box comes in, it's completely open, and it's completely filled with other orders from Walmart for clothing. Like sealed packages with other people's addresses on it. So there's that. Another time, a FedEx truck went down the highway with the back door open, and a box flew out. And apparently, papers went across the entire highway, and he never stopped to look at it.
Oh.
Third one, my girlfriend ordered, because they'll just buy it like for cat food. They'll just buy it like a dry bag, like in bulk, right? Because it's cheaper and they go through it eventually. I think it was like a 20-pound bag, maybe 30. They said that it was damaged beyond repair and that they lost it. How do you lose a 30-pound bag of cat food?
Yeah, that's.
And here's the thing. It was like on the truck in Pittsburgh, and it's like just gone. And it's like, okay, guys, you suck, but
Maybe the driver really needed it for the cat. Just like, oh, I
More
need
than
this. I could use
likely,
this.
they probably picked it up, it tore open, and it was just done.
Maybe, yeah.
There's no fixing this.
But still, like, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if Laura was saying that the bag normally comes in a box.
I've seen them come just straight in the bag when my
Right,
parents.
like I've seen both, but I don't know which
Bag
way.
with a shipping label on it. That's the
Yeah.
funniest thing.
I've seen it both ways, so I honestly don't know. But it's just
If
one of those
it
things.
came as a bag, somebody probably picked it up and it just
It
went
went,
everywhere, and they were just like, "Well, I'm not going to deliver this."
That's so funny.
It's like a handful taken out. It's like, dude, FedEx doesn't let me take lunch breaks. I'm gonna mark it as missing now. I had a friend mail me records through FedEx, and he's like, I get a discount because I work there, and I didn't have the heart to tell him that his company sucked. I was like, I'll let it slide. You can do it, but like, just know I'm gonna cry as soon as I get that tracking number.
Now, for me, UPS is the shitstorm.
No, I have had no issues with UPS.
I surprisingly don't have any issues with the Postal Service.
Wait, here's another thing. FedEx so one of the Transformers I bought, right? I think it was like one of the $500 ones. The FedEx person went to my driveway, put it next to the trash can, and this was while I was still like in class, and I didn't notice it at all. Apparently, the garbage man came, took the trash, picked up the box, looked at it, and was like, wait, this has their address on it. I'm going to put it by the door. And it's just like, why would you put a package next to a garbage can? Like, sure, put it up by the mailbox, put it up by the garage, put it by the front door. I don't care. Like, I'm in a fine neighborhood. No one's taking it. But the trash can?
Maybe they thought
losing it.
Maybe they knew it was a Transformer and they have like a vendetta against Transformers, and they're just like, nope, this is automatically garbage. We're just putting it here.
They felt the 10-pound box and were like, wait a minute. I know what this is. eBay, 10-pound box. I see what's going on here. So, John, what surprised you in life?
Well, we already kind of talked about it, but these,
Your kids?
yeah, they surprise me all the time. No, but these record labels, companies, things putting up these pre-orders and then the site crashes within 5 seconds.
Mm.
That surprises me.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we talked about that, but yeah.
But I'm also surprised I don't like the new A Day to Remember album.
You're surprised?
So yeah, I was gonna say you're surprised you don't like that. You've been talking crap about it ever since the singles were released.
I tried to look for
We all
something.
have. We all have. But it's not like you were on board with,
I-
oh, this could be a good album.
Well, I
Nobody
thought
could-
maybe
nobody
the
said
rest
that.
of the album would make me eat my words.
It's like the movies where all the good parts are not in the previews. Maybe that was what it was.
The heaviest song was supposed to be great. It's not that great.
It's not even their heaviest song.
It's their most
I don't
hardcore
understand.
song.
They said this is the heaviest one we've ever written.
The
Well,
whole
no,
time
it's
I'm
not.
saying these words,
not in top
Bryce,
10.
I'm looking right at your picture.
Okay. And you know what's gonna suck when I put that as #1 album of the year?
If you put that as
I'm
I'm
number
gonna
one,
do it
No.
despite you.
I know you will.
Architects is the right now.
And that's what
in
I'm gonna
put.
March. It's Architects right now, in my
I mean,
opinion.
to be fair,
be
Born of
fair.
Osiris is coming out. Ice Nine Kills is coming out. Eskimo Cowboys coming out.
Under
They're gonna
Oath,
be top 3.
Spirit Box.
Spirit Box is going to be album of the
Every
year.
time I
I'll say
die.
this. I'll be nice. It'll make my list just because it is a day to remember, and I do like the album. Not my favorite. I like it, but
You know what? I did
It
have
won't be
a
number one.
list of people who just finished their albums. Hang on, let me find that. We can talk about that.
yeah. Spencer just said that he's waiting for Fearless to like.
I
Be
thought
okay
I
with-
thought I just saw him saying something. They were still in the studio, or they were.
So it's like he'll say they're done. Like he said once, we're done, and it's just off to like mixing and production. And then another thing was like, hey, we're doing this again, and it's like I don't know if something came back and they're like, hey, this take wasn't good enough, or they listen back to the final mix and like, nah, I don't like this part.
Spencer of
So
Under
I
Oath.
don't know.
No, Spencer of Ice Nine Kills.
Oh,
So I don't know.
Yeah, on this short little list I have here: Spirit Box, Born of Osiris, Phineas, Volumes, Every Time I Die, The Plot and You, Whitechapel, Silent Planet, Bear 2,
Oh, yeah,
I forgot
Silent
about
Planet. Wish.
Apple.
Veil of
Silent
Maya,
Planet.
Upon a Burning Body.
Silent Planet makes me happy.
that's
Wait,
going to
wait,
be
wait, wait.
killer.
In the works are
That
finished.
was my last show before COVID. Silent Planet.
Wait,
You
are
gotta
you
put
sure?
drugs
Wait.
on there.
No, we don't talk about that one now.
Yeah, but
That's not.
Yeah.
that's
it's gonna
not
be
down.
the heaviest album and
It's
everything.
Craig Owens. You have to talk about him, whether he.
That's not in
I don't know.
production yet, though.
Have to
Wait,
talk about
Problem.
Craig
Hold
Owens.
on though. Veil of Maya?
Yep,
That's going to be
Sure?
a good album.
it says album.
They released a single last year, so it's
They've
They've
coming.
released
released a
3
single
singles.
for the past 3
3
years.
singles. I've only heard
And-
one single, I think.
Ugh.
There's Outsider, which was 2019.
I've heard that.
What was the one last year?
I don't know.
Oh, no, see, I've heard 2 of them, I think.
They're all good. They're great songs. It's just one of those things. It's like, guys, you've done a single a year. Do an album, please.
But
Let's-
it says confirmed either
wait,
in
I'm wrong.
production.
Members Only was 2019. Outsider was 2020, and then the new one.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
I don't
it
know if I've
says
heard the new
currently in production or finished.
Dude, I'm
So,
excited for Born of
In
Osiris though.
studio counts or no? Yeah.
John, I need to know
That's what it means
where
by
you
in
get.
production. They're in the
Okay.
studio.
So 2 that you're missing off your list: Miss May I and We Came
Mm-hmm.
as Romans.
For those two.
Yeah, We Came with
Yeah.
Romans is going to be a big
Oh,
one.
Our Hollow Our Home is coming out.
Oh yeah,
So
and that's
that's
also
gonna be
a
on the
great
list for
album.
sure.
John,
though
I have
every
to
Did you
know.
ever buy
song
that extra
sounds
one,
the
Bryce?
same. No, I didn't buy the collector bundle yet.
Okay.
If I do, I don't know.
Well, just let me
I
know if
don't-
you do.
I don't know. It's the idea that I have to drop $387
Yeah.
or something like that for one CD.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd also like the jacket, the prints, and the box, and the necklace. I guess that's
I'll
kind of
give
cool.
you some
I
money
would-
for the vinyl.
right. That's the thing, but it's like I don't know if I can justify that.
It's worth it for sure.
I don't know. If it had like a test press in it, maybe.
I'm sure you could ask for one. See how it
Dude,
goes.
I want a test press of all 3.
Let's start with 1.
Dude, they left me on red when I asked if they had more copies of the first press of Redefined. So I don't know.
Rip.
I have one now, but I don't care. So
I'm not big in test presses. I had one that was a tray that I won on the Magic Wheel, and I'm just like, I got this, and it was like just the papers. I'm like, this is kind of dumb, and so I waffled it for like a couple $100, I think. It was like, I don't know. I just like having the outer sleeve and the cover and the artwork, and it's cool having a test press, but
That's
I
why
don't know.
you make your own covers.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not that
gotta
talented,
make them
though.
for my I Wrestled a Bear ones tests.
I need to
'Cause
make.
I
Make your own
printed
covers.
out,
I've never.
they're basically like, like the Merch Limited alt covers, like they're just a folded piece of paper.
Mhm.
Well, I did this, but it's like glossy cardstock or whatever, so they're actually nice and not paper. But I made them
That's
the
cool.
black and white version of the album cover. We just did that, but I don't know. They're cool to have. They're not like my be all end all. Like you don't have a full variant collection unless you have tests.
No, I
Yeah,
hate
because like
that.
only half the bands have tests out in circulation.
Right.
If we're lucky, half.
Tests don't count toward a
Case I
variant
wouldn't have a
collection.
Born-
No, it's extra
I
credit.
wouldn't have Born of Osiris then.
Tests are extra.
Bonus.
What are your thoughts for VCs on like a mispress? Like with Fit for a King, they did a mispress of
Bonus.
the Path with the Motley Crue label. That's bonus. You don't need that
That's
for a
bonus.
VC
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a bonus.
because
That's
I really want that. Because thanks to Hunter, I'm VCing them, and I really want that mispress.
So here's one that I say counts. Acacia Strains A. Because there's the half and half one. I think there's one it's supposed to be green and silver, but then there's a yellow and silver, and one of those is the mispress.
Is it noticeably different? Like,
Oh, it's two different colors.
then it has to.
Like that counts. Like the whole like the vinyl itself is different. That counts.
Yeah.
Center label.
But it's like Fit for a King also announced a mint and a double mint, but they're
Same
the
thing.
exact same thing. They're the exact
Yeah.
same thing, but one of them says out of 500, one of them is out of 250. So I don't know.
Does it say it on a sticker on the vinyl, or is
No,
it?
it
No,
didn't.
no.
Made it the most confusing thing ever.
So right now, like I have the
that
mint,
case-
like the bright green one, but am I supposed to get another mint? I don't want to, but I will.
Absolutely no. No,
No, they're the same.
Yeah,
my thing would be is one website called it one thing, the other called it the other.
yeah, that makes
And what
sense.
they said it's out of is what each store was allocated.
That makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah,
know?
Empiricon said mint, and then Merch Now said double mint,
Yeah,
and they
that's
ended
right.
up being the same out of 550, and
Right.
Kyle got both, and they look identical.
Yeah,
It's like,
no,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
thought
want
they
both
were
of
the
these.
same then.
they're the same.
Look at for I Heard They Kill Live from Ice and Kills. One said green marble, one said neon green marble, and one said fluorescent green marble. They're all the same. It's what website wants to call it.
Hmm.
But
They did that with the Devil Wears Prada, the Act, too. They had 3 different stores and 3 different names for each variant.
Jeez.
my
a
issue
mess.
is, and I know like you guys say the albums or whatever. For You're Welcome, there's the Indie Apple Red, right? And it's a translucent red. But JB Hi-Fi says, hey, we have an Australian exclusive red. But it's delayed, so there's no pictures to say whether it's like
Oh, jeez.
solid red or not. Because the mock-ups look different. But like, it could just be the mock-up, So I might have paid like $60 for a second red one.
But they're all coming with their own special label on the front
They
of them.
are.
So
And
that counts, I think.
So does that count as a VC? As if they have a different label that doesn't
No.
even apply to the variant? Is that?
The thing is, I don't know what label it will have. It could have the indie label, But
if it says JB Hi-Fi,
so here's the thing. JB Hi-Fi is apparently notorious for saying, hey, it's a JB Hi-Fi exclusive, but it's just the indie variant. But they're saying this is an Australian exclusive, So I don't
So
know.
let's say you have 2 albums that are the exact same variant, but like let's say the Mint and the Double Mint had a different label on the plastic on the outside that said different things. That wouldn't be different variants, right? Because that's like if one says
I think I'd count that if it's
if one
sticker
says
different.
Empiricon and one says Merch Now, but they're the exact same
No.
thing.
So if it's only if it has a label though, because like with Beartooth, you have 2 white presses, but no one has both white presses that I'm aware of. Like even most VCers don't have both.
When I variant
PC is the variant. That's the color of the vinyl and the
Mhm.
where, and you know, that's
so
I don't know.
Like I don't have the European white.
that's a gray area for sure.
when I did motionless and white for reincarnate, there's black and blood infused, and then there was black with red splatter or black with blood
Oh,
splatter. Both out of 1500, but the stickers were two different things, and they were two different presses, but it's
oh.
the same variant.
So what do you do in that situation? Like,
I bought
do you,
both.
I think that counts as two
Yeah, I
different.
found people
Yeah.
that had two different ones. I sold them, so I don't care.
huh.
They are different. I think if you have the label, count it.
Yeah.
Or if the
Yeah.
guy has like definitive proof, like, hey, I bought it. This is the variant that it was. Then,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm a completionist, hardcore. Like, so I want it all. I want the test presses. I want the mislabels, but you know, that's
The
not
mint and
easy to
double
do.
mint, same thing. So
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
worry about that. That's a label or that's a
Mhm.
website thing.
Okay.
I will
I mean,
say,
I'm not.
Yeah, you're good on that one. I already had you covered there.
Yeah, you had all of them, Hunter. So why'd you buy all of them if you didn't? You just bought them and you're just
See,
like, nah, I'm
I
good.
bought
See, Hunter's a whore.
I thought I was gonna true, but I thought I was gonna VC it as well, and I just didn't want to VC Dark Sides and Death Grip. Like I just didn't want to go
Yeah.
for it. So I already
Do you have the first
all
two?
of them.
Do you have?
Yeah, I have both of them.
That was my thought. Is I have the hardest one. So what's another 12 variants? You know, so it's
Yeah. So
That's what I said with I wrestled a bear once.
when pre-orders came out, I got the Athena and the Black Bone merch, and then like Solid State. Sometime they did that sale, and it was like Fit for a King's new album for
Mhm.
$10 each
it was the
copy. So I
Halloween
got
thing,
the
right?
VC.
It was
Yeah.
it was the Halloween one.
Yeah, so I got the whole VC.
Yeah.
Goes,
It's like at that point, like I said, I already had the first two really hard ones. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like I started off with Azalea dying. It got really close, but I'm just like, this is dumb. And I sold them. And now I'm
what I did with McMahon. I got the clear monument, I got the half and half monument, and I got the red and black starburst of Rise of the Lion. I'm like, okay, the hard part's done.
hmm
yeah, that's if hard parts are done, it's a lot easier to justify it.
I just wish, and this is a little off topic, can we at least say that what Fuel by Ramen did with You're Welcome, like the vinyl wise, needs to be done worldwide from every label?
What do you mean by
Like-
that? Stickers?
Yeah, what
So
Yeah.
each vinyl has the hype sticker, right?
Yeah.
In the color of the vinyl, with the name of the vinyl, what it's pressed out of, where it's the exclusive to, and they have different barcodes.
Yes.
Every detail.
Every detail is different. There is no denying what each one is.
Because the variants itself were very underwhelming, I thought. Like the red splatter with the half black, like the splatter was supposed to be on the black part, but it wasn't. It was just half black.
Welcome
That's the
to
problem
when
with
you
doing colored splatter
colored
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
it's
would say the
advertised as the
white-
splatter all around.
Well, yeah, it's probably there. It's just black.
I squinted. I've looked at it every inch of that black, and there's not one little bit of splatter there. So I don't know.
You can't do a colored splatter on black. It just
No.
does not work.
I will say the half white, half red looks great, but yeah. I don't know. I think I told John this. I was sitting there, I'm like, all of these variants came out, and this was when they were at 10. Or like 9 to 10, depending on JB's variant. And I'm like, there's no white one. There's a clear one, but there's no white. And they were doing like all the colors for the album. You know, there's like the red, there's the black, there's the gold. There wasn't a green, which was weird, but whatever. And
Don't give them any ideas.
I'll buy it anyway.
You're listening.
Can I have a test press for common courtesy, bad vibrations, and you're welcome?
Do you really?
Dude, I need them. That's it.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I've never even heard of those being out in the wild.
Dude, I have the stupid test presses for everything else but those.
But then you have the thing like where the different presses. Do you get the test presses of all the different represses, or just
Well,
one
shut
per
up.
album?
they're bonus anyway, so
One per album.
No,
Yeah.
one per album. I'm fine. I don't care.
I'm
It's like
pretty
I
sure
need,
Victor
I need the
used
OP
the same.
test press. I need the repress test press. Like
Also,
that's too
I've
much.
only seen one person go for those, like and get everyone, and it just looks impossible. They did
I've
it for like
known-
architects.
I've known 3 people that did it.
Jeez.
This thing, James has done it for In Heart's Wake.
Yep.
Want
The
to
all
say
test
North,
presses?
yeah,
Wow.
and I think Northlane he's done it for.
Jeez.
Yep.
And then I think the guy for Architects has done it.
That's
Yeah, those
nuts.
three.
That's dedication right there.
I think all of those are
It helps
centered
when you're
around
friends with the
UNFD,
people
though.
that, yeah, it helps when you're friends with the label.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're
Those are
just
the only
like,
people that have done it, as far as I know.
anyway, back to the white variant. That night, EMP put up a white one. I'm like, oh, great. But
But, if James wants to give me that Beartooth test press.
dude, if he lets go of any Beartooth test presses, they go to John. You know that.
$5,000. No, I'm joking.
Dude, $5,000, I'll make you a Beartooth test press.
It's got to be sick or disgusting at that point for that money.
Dude, test press of sick would be pretty
Sick.
Great. Now I need a test press of the remix, remastered, aggressive, and the normal one. Great.
Rip. Dude, I wish, low-key, like, how Victor is going back and remastering and remixing between the Buried in Me stuff. Part of me was sitting here hoping, like, that'd be cool if you did a Day to Remember. I don't know. Just old record needs remixed or something.
Oh yeah, that
If they do that, though, it
Yeah.
won't be a ton of variants, though. It'll only be two.
I'm fine.
A new
I don't
black
care.
and
But you have remixes and remasters that you don't need it. Like August Burns Red's Constellations didn't need it, but they said, screw it, we're going to do it
cool.
anyways.
I think For Those Who Have Heart could use a remaster. Doesn't need
Yes.
it at all. But
The rough sound almost makes it cool.
right,
in my
that's the
opinion.
thing. Like, it doesn't need it, but like if they did it, I wouldn't be opposed to like, okay, cool.
It shows its age in a cool way. Like not
Right.
where it sounds like crap, but it's like, yeah, this is older, but it's cool. And
I mean,
it
old
still sounds
record-
fine.
old record needs a remix.
Old record sounds like crap.
Here's the thing. Going from And the Name Was Treason to old record, it is remixed and it's remastered and the vocals are re-recorded.
But they need to do it again today.
I think they're re-recorded. Or no, I'm wrong.
Some of it
They
is
re-recorded old record songs when they did For Those Who Have Heart, the reissue of that. My bad. But they are
no.
redone.
You are correct. They
Did
did
they do it on the
record. They
original?
did re-record some little things for old record.
Okay.
I
But
don't
know they
remember
didn't do it
exactly
in
what.
final.
I'll find the interview. I have it.
Or wait. No, I'm wrong. I think they did the instrumentation again for old record, but they didn't do the vocals for old record. And the bonus tracks and for Those Who Have Heart, they did they just re-recorded everything,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
One of the two halves of the music on old record weren't touched from And the Name Was Treason.
But I'm
been a
just
while
saying that needs a better remix because I think Victory screwed that pooch up real hard.
Well, they rushed them on it.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this needs to be done right now. And it's like, well, crap, we're not recorded here.
But I think if whoever's been remastering and remixing between the Buried in Me albums, which sounds so good, should do that with them and a few of the other bands maybe.
I'm trying to think other Victory records.
I
And
think
Mirror's first album-
Atreyu's first album needs a remix.
fair, yeah.
Yeah. He's a repress as well.
I don't remember. Oh, When Broken Is Easily Fixed.
Yeah, that could definitely use
Yeah.
a remix. But since they've been re-recording it anyway, just finish the other couple of songs.
Yeah, they did the Redux song. Yeah, and those sound really good. But they do need to remix a couple of those ones.
I don't think Discovering the Waterfront needs touched.
No.
If they want to touch it, fine. I'm not going to say no. Arrivals and Departures needs it. That needs it real bad, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I don't listen.
Honestly, the very first As I Lay Dying album, Frail Words Collapse, badly needs a remix because that
It
was
could
like
be-
early 2000s.
It could be remixed, and I still wouldn't necessarily care for it.
It's a fine album.
I don't like
It's
that one at all, really.
It's not my favorite, but it was their
Not-
first one. They're getting their feet wet. But it could sound better, like
I don't
mastering
think-
wise.
Like, I like them. I don't care for them before. Like, their first two albums, I don't care for.
Yeah,
Shadows
the
are
first big one was Ocean Between Us, but the first two, especially, first two are very hit or miss. They're a little
I mean,
more
their
raw
songs are-
sounding. But Ocean Between Us was the first one with their current bassist doing the clean vocals, and that really is what got them up was that guy.
But yeah, Frail Words never did anything for me, but I think after that everything sounds fine.
Ironically, I like Frail Words more than Shadows or Security.
So Jared
What?
and Mac sold me his autographed Shadows Are Security with the OG bassist, and like that thing is never leaving my possession ever. Like that's impossible to find now because he's not in the band anymore. But
Right. Unless you track them down, it's like, hey, will you sign it?
exactly, you get the rest of the band and you're just looking for him. Yeah, but it's the whole band with him instead of the current bassist. Like that's just like priceless
cool.
to me.
Dude, I need Spencer to sign my Safe is Just a Shadow. It's the dumbest thing. It's signed by the original lineup. Like, even the guy that passed away.
That's
Spencer
what
didn't
needs to
sign
be remixed too, is all that early Ice Nine Kills stuff.
Yeah,
The Burning is fine.
I think he'd use a little bit of a tweaking, just a little,
Last Chance, yeah, it does.
for sure.
Burning, I don't know.
I'm not saying a full-fledged, what?
I realized why they're in the studio again. The album's done. They're re-recording something. Because they did a survey. This would have been last year, like early last
What
year.
one? Was it?
who is this?
They never said. It was the
Okay.
survey, and they said, hey, you know how we redid Safe is Just a Shadow? What other album would you like us to redo? And it was Last Chance, The Burning, Predator Becomes the Prey, and Every Trick in the Book. But it wasn't a poll. Like, it was just you put it in on a survey, and that's it. You never saw the answer. I will bet that it's probably going to be The Burning, I think. I don't know. That or Last Chance, one of those two, but I don't know. I guarantee that that's why, like, it's like, wait, you said you finished the album, but you're now back in the studio for it. So I
Yeah,
think
okay.
one's, 1-1. Or the thing that they've been recording this whole time was the re-recording, and that now they're
doing the
next
album. That doesn't make sense, but hey, I don't know.
No, because he said they've been doing new songs anyway, so it's probably the first one. But that would explain the two different like timelines on it.
That would explain. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I forgot all about it.
I forgot about it until I was looking at Safe Just a Shadow. I'm like, oh, yeah, they did re-record. I'm like, oh wait,
What would you want to hear re-recorded though? Which one? I don't think they should touch The Burning.
that's my thing. It's like I love The Burning so much, it's fine, but I would also like to hear a modern take on The Burning the most. But the one that needs it the most is Last Chance.
Yeah, it really does. That
But then-
album, that sounds terrible.
There's a part of me that's like, I don't think they could do it justice, because it's not a heavy album. There's not really screaming on it.
They could make it heavier.
But they're not going to,
Yeah.
because Safe is Just a Shadow is just Safe is Just a Shadow minus Dave,
Yeah.
with like a few tweaked parts here or there, but it sounds the same basically. I don't know.
Fuck if I know what's going up their sleeves.
I don't know.
But that would bring up another question. What would you guys want to hear re-recorded?
Do you really want to go into that?
We can.
All right. Arrivals and departures. When broken is easily fixed. The two sore spots for Silverstein for me, just take those away. I'm fine.
I'm just saying.
Answer is
all
still
they-
the first two as Lay Dying. That's still, I think they should re-record and remaster at the same time. With their current basis, they could really, really do those albums justice.
Don't touch that as a security. But for Bryce, all they need to do is like record like 3 or 4 more songs,
I
and
haven't.
they'd have a full re-recorded album.
Yeah.
Because they did
They have like both of them, like half, I think.
4 on the first Redux and 2 on the second.
I don't know. I have to see between the two albums.
I had a
Oh.
playlist of them all together.
I'm gonna get hate for this one. I know it. A Higher Place. And
No, for sure.
yeah.
Re-record that. Sounds like shit.
like, I love that album, but that's a hard one for me to go back to. Oh, the first Periphery album.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I don't know. That's the one that I have an almost full variant collection for so far. And that's my least listened to Periphery album. Miss May I, Rise of the Lion. Actually, no, not even re-recorded. Remastered. It's fine. The production is the worst thing in the world.
This will get a lot of hate too, but We Came as Romans to Plant a Seed could use a remaster. Not a re-record, but a remaster. And I know Hunter's going to give me shit for this, and I'm sorry. But I think that album, it sounds good, but it also sounds very old.
I don't think it needs it, but if it came, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah,
Exactly.
same. I think the remaster's fine, but re-record, I was about to...
Yeah, you can't re-record all that.
No, you can't re-record,
Kyle
especially
or
without
I'm
Kyle. They
leaving.
can't re-record it, but a remaster, I mean, for that
Technically
one.
they could, but they would just have to
could
use the
reuse
original.
his vocals,
Yeah.
like they did on
I'm sure that
I can't even think of the song.
from the first note.
Carry the weight.
Yes. Yeah. Oh
Or
yeah.
from the first note, yeah.
Yeah, that with his
It was beautiful.
samples.
Cry
Oh my gosh.
inside.
I got way too emotional when I first heard that.
That was one of those things that, like, I'm listening to it. I don't know. I think it was in class. Like, the professor was like, yeah, go do, like, individual work. And I just, like, we could listen to music. So I'm just listening to music. And I'm doing my accounting work. And that comes on. And I'm just like, oh, that's how they're doing it.
I'm not crying.
Dude, my friend looked at me. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, you wouldn't understand.
Dude, I've seen those guys with Kyle probably like 5 times, and I'll never forget it. They were so much fun.
Yeah, just remaster it, maybe repress a remaster.
It doesn't need
Well, they got to repress. They got to repress.
Not repress, but make new variants for a remaster.
Yes, yes.
No, you don't need any more.
Yes, I need more.
You don't even have all of them.
Hey, I will if, John gets me one for $30. See?
In Flames, a lot of their old 90s stuff could really use a remaster.
I don't care for them, so I don't know. I don't have to say
I love
that
In
one.
Flames. I know they're not really like
They
core,
shouldn't.
but
They
I
shouldn't
love In
they
Flames.
shouldn't re-record it because I don't think the re-recorded Clayman sounded good.
I liked it. I liked it. It's a couple of the songs on the re-recording I liked, a couple I didn't, but overall I thought it was welcomed.
Hear me out. Remaster of I See Stars 3D.
Never got into them. I can't. Yeah, I don't know.
The 3D is the hardest one for me to get into because I think the production is just hit or miss. Like, it's not bad, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
I
cool.
wonder if it'll be changed on the box set.
I doubt it.
I know.
I wish, but no.
Let's think.
I'm trying to think of like other stuff that I really like don't go back to because of production.
I can't
About
even
all I
think of
have.
anything.
I can't
The
think of
first
anything either.
Snowstorm album,
Which
Captain
one?
Morgan's Revenge.
Okay.
I love that album,
maybe.
but I don't go back.
Hailstorm?
Or wait, no, that was remastered. I'm wrong.
Hailstorm?
So
Let
never
me,
mind.
let me take a quick look at my crap real quick. I really don't. I'm trying to remember. I would love to hear the old Under Oath stuff re-recorded with Spencer, but that's a real stretch there.
I would really like to hear Hollywood Undead's first album with Danny, but that will never happen. That didn't happen when he joined the band. It's definitely not happening anytime soon.
I would love an actual studio version of Thrill Seeker from August Burns Red with the current lineup.
Yeah, not a live version. Well, live is basically studio because there's no crowd, there's no audience.
Basically, but he still does some live stuff in it, like
sure. Get off your couch.
Yeah, that shit. Just do it as an album. I would love to hear it, and even that EP redone.
The EP. Oh yes, that needs to be up there for re-records because that sound. John Hershey, the guy that did the vocals, is like he's fine, but the album is so raw and way underproduced.
Hey, that's because CI Records probably didn't put a lot of money into that.
Yeah, I love August Burns Red. I'm a huge fan. They need to redo that album because they did a repress and I have it. Like I'm never gonna listen to it because it just sounds so bad.
Okay. Waking the Fallen as a remaster.
They did.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Yes, Resurrected.
Yeah.
I thought that was just,
Yep.
That was a remaster.
I thought it was just for repress.
No.
No,
They remastered it.
See, I've had that CD for years and I never listened to it. Because
I'm with
thought
Bryce.
it was the
I
same
thought it
thing.
was just like
a
like it was
remix.
the original album plus extras. That's what I
That's
thought
what
it
I
was.
thought. Yeah.
No, that was remastered.
They did a bunch of demos
Yeah.
for all the songs.
I
too.
mean, it doesn't sound a whole lot different, but it was a remaster.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Because
If they did a
that's why it's called
remix on it, I
Resurrected.
wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad if they remixed it though.
The one before that,
What
Sounding
sounding the seventh trumpet? I hate
that one. Well, it needs a remaster. That's why you hate it because it sounds terrible.
It's
It's not a good album, but with a remaster, it might be
No,
okay.
it's not, John. No, it's not. It's
You
just
sure?
a repress with demos and live songs. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm looking at the press release of it. It's not a re-recording or a remaster or
That's
a
what I
remix.
thought was. It was just extras.
It's the
That's what I
same.
thought.
It's just a second disc with the demos and the live stuff. So yeah. I
Okay.
put that answer back up on the board, Waking the Fallen.
Yeah.
I
Especially
swore
with-
I
I
read it
mean-
was- okay, my bad.
The stage, you can talk crap about it. I love the stage, but the production was amazing on it. And if they had that kind of production on Waking the Fallen, I think it would sound amazing. I loved the album as a whole, though.
I think the first Miss May I album could use I don't know.
I like the way that one sounds.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Masses of a Dying Breed? Or is that the one before that?
That's the one with Forgive and Forget.
Oh, yeah, that one sounds okay. I mean, I'd still listen to it, but I don't think
I
it needs
love
it.
the I love the way the drums sound on that album.
Right.
Yeah.
I think if they did it, I wouldn't. Again, it's like I wouldn't say no. It's there.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's look.
I wouldn't.
Also,
be
I love how the topic we had is like, we're so far off. It's so funny.
Welcome to the Bleghs the Brees.
The topic was overhated or not overhated. That was
That
last
was
time.
last-
It
It
was
was just things that were surprising.
surprising, but we barely even touched on that. I just think it's pretty
Well, we
funny.
did, and then we went off. Yeah.
I would actually like to hear early Bring Me the Horizon stuff redone.
I have some.
Oh, like the EP, that would be good. I could see that.
I like Ollie's voice now a lot. It's gotten so much better.
God, Posthuman is just. We talked about that last time too, and that's like that's a very much surprise album, like in a good way. But
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
Hear me out. Chelsea Grin EP, Desolation of Eden, and My Damnation.
You can do Desolation of Eden
Not
only if.
re-recorded.
No, hold on.
Just saying remaster.
I don't know. I like the.
I mean, it like there's the
I like how
charm of like
shitty it
it's-
sounds.
Right. But like if we're saying like, hey, you want a non-shitty version?
Do it, but press the regular with the remaster.
I'm not even saying pressing stuff. I'm just saying in general.
Okay,
Dude,
then I
I'll
can
take-
see it.
Now keep in mind, I love the original recordings of Desolation of Eden.
Why don't labels do that? Is when they do a remaster, they have the original and the remaster all in one like unit. That would be really cool, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that never happens. You always just get it. It's one or the other. I think it'd be awesome to have both of them included, like in a
What depends,
release.
like, I know if you do it on a new label, then yeah, they're only going to have access to.
Sure.
So I get when that
Maybe.
happens, but no. It's like for August Burns Red, I think Thrill Seeker was put out on.
I couldn't tell
That's
you the
solid
label
state.
that put that out.
Yeah.
Thrill Seeker was solid state,
Yeah, that makes sense.
as was Messengers, Constellations.
Right. But I meant like Unless I'm thinking of a different album, or for Constellations when they remastered it. Like they could have done both together.
Sure, like in one. Yeah, I completely agree.
That wasn't even just a remaster. That was remixed.
Right.
And
Well, I'm just saying they
that's
could
one of
have.
those albums they just didn't need it. Like the album by itself, it was great. I thought the mixing was great.
I don't know. All they did was really bring up the low end.
And this isn't core, but this is still metal. Is Saint Anger Metallica?
No, leave it as shitty as it is.
But just redo it completely. I think it'll be a good album. And Injustice for All, get some bass in there, and that's going to be an even better album than what it was. That's a hot take, I know, but both of those two with the bass and Injustice.
Injustice for Jason?
No.
All the songs from Injustice for All were put on Guitar Hero Metallica.
Yeah. Oh, I played the crap out of that.
And the bass parts were in it. Somebody took the bass stems off of that and put it. And
I need to replay that or re-listen to it or something. That's cool.
It doesn't really add much to it. The bass literally follows the guitar lines.
Yeah. But Saint Anger needs a complete redo. I think it would be a respectable metal album if it got a complete redo.
Maybe, but it belongs in the garbage where it is. But I love it.
It's a fine album.
I love the album. It's garbage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Love to hate it.
I'm madly in anger with you. That line gets to me every single time.
I love Metallica so much.
Did you love them enough to get those represses?
I got all 6 of them. Oh yes.
Same.
I drove an hour to Salem to Kill 'Em All, the one I couldn't find anywhere here. I drove an hour just to pick it up at Walmart.
Well, like I said, they would restock, and they did. And now my Walmart has like 8 copies.
Really? Mine has like
they're gonna
none. They haven't had any
slowly
for.
go in.
They're going to keep pressing the shit out of those if those keep selling.
Number 1 on all 5 spots. Like, why would you not? It just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I have all 6, and I love it. I thought it was weird they didn't do Death Magnetic though, and they did Hardwired instead of Death Magnetic.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird because I love Death Magnetic.
Maybe that's the next set.
I mean,
Saint Anger.
I'm in.
It would be load, reload, Saint Anger, Death
Take all my
Magnetic.
money. Yeah. Oh, I like your way of thinking. I like that. But they did the big albums.
And probably S&M too. The first S&M.
Yeah.
S&M 2.
Well, they just did S&M too, so they don't need to redo that one. And that album wasn't very good.
Was it colored though?
Yeah, mine's a clear brown.
Oh.
It's like a smoky kind of a clear brown.
Hmm.
It's not very pretty, but it's colored. But Death Magnetic needs a colored repress. That would be so cool. I'd be all over that so fast.
They never did it originally?
I think they did, but it's super limited. And I have a black one, but I think the colored ones they did for Death Magnetic are super.
That needs a remix and remaster. Death Magnetic.
That was overmastered. That was just way too loud, and it was really, really loud.
I think if Chiodos remixed their albums, Bryce would like them.
Yeah.
He should just get with the program and like great albums.
I've tried. John knows I've tried a lot of times to like them.
And you said you liked Why Monsters Matter, and that was like it.
That
disappointing.
But I think that's a production issue for you.
Yeah.
That production's real tinny.
I like Devil. That's a fine album.
Well, that's because that was made after drugs.
Yeah, I love Devil too. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a different vocalist, right? That's when they had that one.
No, that was
Illuminaudio.
Oh,
which needs a pressing.
I thought Chiodos had like a different vocalist for like one album.
For
Illuminaudio.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Weird times.
You know what sucks? This is the funniest thing. So before I ever even heard of Chiodos, I was sitting around with like a friend of mine, and we were like, "Oh, we're gonna start a band," and we came up with the name Illuminaudio, right? And someone, like one of our other friends, like, "Oh, the Chiodos album." We're like, "Who?" And then we saw it, and I'm like, "Well, I can't do that now. I don't like Chiodos." Accuse me of like, "Oh, you're ripping off Chiodos." I'm like, "No." I don't like them. But yeah, all's well that ends well. That needs something done to it. Something.
Personally, I think that's my least favorite album.
Same. I love Bone Palace
Which is
Ballet
hard to
was my
I'm gonna
say
favorite.
because
fight
I love
all of you.
I
love
love
Bone
that
Palace
album
Ballet.
so much, but I love Bone Palace and Devil's just kind of where I found them.
Bone
so
Palace
I
is my favorite. I would happily buy a repress of that. But I didn't care for All's Well That Ends Well. That's just, it's not my jam.
Oh, I love All's Well. I wouldn't go that far.
Personally,
All's
I don't
Well
know.
is a classic.
Dude, the
It's a
represses
classic,
of
but-
All's Well are so pretty, and I keep seeing it.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend's like, "Don't buy it if you don't like the album." I'm
Oh,
like,
the
Yeah.
variants, yeah.
I bought all of them.
"You idiot!"
Actually,
The only
album
thing
I've
I've
owned-
ever collected, or did variant collect.
I've owned that album twice in different variants, and I've sold them both. So I get it in the mail and I spin it. I'm like, I don't need this.
Well, if
I
you
don't
need
really
another
need
one,
this.
I still got like 5 here. You can still get one.
Do you still have the green and black one?
Flip it for $300.
Yeah, that's the one I'm keeping for sure. That's
For
the best. That's the best one. I have to keep the best variant.
I like my pink with blue splatter or whatever,
I think I still have that one as well, but could be wrong.
and I got my original white.
I have that, you too. Yeah. I wanted the purple, like the clear.
Yeah,
It's just can't seem to find it for a good price.
yeah, the hell with it. They all
The
sound the
price
same.
for Hunter is $10.
Yeah. I'll give them a purple one and a high five.
Mm,
I think that's it for me for re-recorded or remixed, remaster, or anything like that.
I just went
Nothing
to the
else
J's
to
on my list, so give me a minute.
So Eskimo
Uh,
Cowboys Rehab, that needs redone.
Yeah.
That's a fine
It just
album,
needs
but
to be
I
deleted.
just heard them for the first time last night, actually. For the very first time, we were listening to new music, and that list had Eskimo Callboys, and I was so confused at first, but I ended up, yeah,
okay.
it's good.
But
I'm on board.
What did you listen to?
It was on YouTube, man. I don't even know. It was like the #1 video on YouTube.
Oh, Hypo probably.
It was the one where I don't even know. There were.
Is
I
it
don't know.
the?
I remember it started
with
off
the
super
girl?
weird.
Were they all jumping and having a great time?
Yes,
It
yes.
looked like
And it's hypa.
Hypa. That's what it was. That's the one I watched, and I was really confused at first, and then at the end of the video, I'm like,
This is
yeah,
going to be-
I'm on
okay.
board.
Here's a hot take about it. Hypa is not their best song
On
I
that
want to listen to their best
EP,
song
or
then.
like
I want to listen to more
ever?
ever. That's not their best song.
Like,
Oh no.
I'm on
People
board. I
act
want to
like
listen to
it.
more. I would love to.
Still a
listen to
great
them.
song.
Go listen to "We Are the Mess and Crystals." I think
Okay.
that's their best work. But
Yeah, I like
Muffin
Boulevard
Purple
a lot.
That's a name.
though. Me.
We Are
all
the
of their
Mess.
songs are
Okay.
great. Like I don't think you can go wrong except
Yeah.
Rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah, when this is the thumbnail, I don't know if you can see it. When that's the thumbnail, I'm like, okay,
That's a great
I
thumbnail.
have to try.
It's
No,
great.
it's Rehab is a fine album. It's just the vocalist sounds bored. Also, Hypa and that EP is a different vocalist than.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, the guy singing is a different vocalist.
Mhm.
The screens.
they're
are
on my
just-
list of bands to listen to more of. Them and Brand of Sacrifice.
Go to Crystals. I think that's a.
Just listen to everything but Rehab. Just do it.
Rehab's not bad. It's just the production and their old vocalist sounds so bored on it.
You could also go back to our Eskimo Cowboy episode.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have an episode on them. Yeah, one of my favorite episodes we've done.
Yeah, I know, because you love them.
They are one of my favorite bands, and I used to absolutely hate them. Dude, if I could go back to younger me and slap myself.
Oh, yeah.
Stop hating on semi-decent bands. I think
Right there.
that's pretty much it.
That's all I can think of right now. I don't feel like going through 68,000 songs. There's probably something else, but I can't think of it.
Yeah. It'll come to my mind once we stop recording.
Absolutely. We'll be talking for another 2 hours after this.
Right? Which is going to start right now.